never imagined being a superhero, partly, but mainly because I just don't think, physically, I don't think I look like a superhero.
Good and evil. Sometimes the difference between the two is a sharp line. Sometimes it's a blur. Sometimes we have to do things outside of the law.
Marvel and DC is doing such amazing things, particularly Marvel, I think, in the cinematic universe.
Yeah, they don't flounder about.
Yeah, and so, you know, it's a tried and tested formula. We seem to have a huge appetite for superheroes and superhero stories, and so we feel very lucky to be invited in. Yeah.
We're gonna make a difference. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but we are.
Charlie, did you imagine ever being a superhero?
Do you know, never imagined being a superhero. Partly, but mainly because I just don't think, physically, I don't think I look like a superhero. You know, I'm not like Sylvester Stallone. You know, how would I ever get that job to play a superhero? This character popped up, and I was able to be there and audition, and they were open-minded enough and gave me almost enough time to get to the gym and put on a bit of muscle. So yeah, I was very grateful for that opportunity.
And you will have to, you know, the accent now.
Yeah, exactly. Do some accent work as well.
I think you sailed through it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I don't see the city anymore.
Each breath you take is mine.
There's only dark corners.
Vincent, how did you were convinced to participate in Daredevil?
I loved the when they pitched me the character, when Jeff Loeb and then Stephen DeKnight talked about the way they were going to present the show, and then talked to me in-depthly about my character. I loved the idea of it. I wanted in right away.
What do you think is sexy about the Kingpin?
Well, I mean, I like to think of him as Wilson Frisk. That's because sounds like more of a man to me. So, I think that a lot of the stuff that goes on between him and Vanessa, who I fall in love with in the show, Wilson falls in love with. I think if there's ever a time where Fisk is sexy, it's maybe during that, because of what she brings out of him, because what Vanessa brings out of him.
I hear things.
You know what they call stuff like that? Gifts. I'm gonna train you. Use it.
Marvel on Netflix, yeah, is a very interesting collaboration, you know, and to be able to take a Marvel character and a Marvel world and gear it towards a slightly older audience, a slightly more mature audience, and kind of include adult themes and blood, you know, which is something that is rarely seen on a Marvel show, is a very exciting prospect, you know, and I think there are a lot of fans out there who have been waiting for that and waiting for this opportunity.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever it takes.
Would you like to see this adaptation into a movie?
It would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be honored. You know, we have to see how the show goes now, and but I think there's definitely that opportunity. Yeah.
I'll keep you safe, Karen. I have to be the man this city needs.
I think I think because of Netflix, because of Marvel, because of the way we did it, it's going to seem new. It's going to seem like the next step in superhero stuff, I feel. I think our stories are much more human-based and emotional, and I think that's going to be the most entertaining aspect of it. Yeah. And the whole show is sprinkled with the superhero elements, but the main part of the show is this emotional journey of his character and mine.
Yeah, like I said, it's dark and it's gritty, and you know, as the show goes on and the hours pass, you know, we find a world that is incredibly chaotic and full of a sense of havoc and you know, a frightening place to be, and a frightening place for not only regular human beings but also the superheroes themselves. And I think that's an interesting thing to watch as a superhero who is frightened, who is unsure, who is filled with inner turmoil, you know.
Maybe if he had an iron suit or a magic hammer, that would explain why you keep getting your asses handed to you.